And we're live. What's going on,
Hello.
everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, the 9th of April. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. No, we didn't reset. The timer, once it hit 0, I guess. I thought it had a longer pause at live, but it resets the countdown 5 minutes over again. We're not waiting another 5 minutes. We are not doing that. Hi, Steve. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good, man.
I
feel like a broken record. Every week on streaming I say I slept like crap, but I promise I'm not lying. I absolutely slept horribly. So I got my coffee again. I feel like it's starting, the gears are starting to turn, so hopefully we'll do all right here. Really quickly here, let me see who is all here today. Jose's in the house. Sky Down's here. Tuxedo. Hello. Nappin. I was born on a Friday. Hello. Greenbeard. Lord Gitface. How are you doing? Reverend. Steve's here. Hi, Steve. Hi, Lisa. RS is in the house. PF's here. Kai Don. I hope everyone is doing awesome. Before we get into this and continue on the TicTac, I just want to take a moment to thank the companies that made this possible. So PCBWay for providing all of the CNC parts, Phaetus for the hot end, the rapidos for us, the LDO for providing motors for both of us, and then for me, the V0 bed along with the orbiter extruder. And yeah, I think that's it. We will be doing our Polymaker giveaway today. And so I did want to take a brief moment just to kind of touch on where we left off and sort of what our plan of attack is for today. So I'm going to switch cameras really quickly to the side here. And we have got the beautiful TicTac coming together here. So last week we really focused on wiring. We did most all of the wiring. We ran the umbilical that Steve designed, which is really, really sweet. We did our Z-axis, so we've got our cable chain wrapped down, and then we did some stuff inside of the electronics bay. Steve messaged me, I think it was yesterday, the day before, and had made the mention that maybe we should flash the pies prior to the stream, which I'm glad we did, because everyone basically knows how to take an image file and flash it, and it just takes a while. So both of us do indeed have our pies with mainsail OS, and the latest everything has been updated, so that way we don't have to wait and just, you know, wait for all that to happen. So
there's been a Clipper update since then, though.
How's there? In the last 48 hours?
We'll hit the quick update. That'll take a couple of seconds.
Okay. So the main things for today are, we're going to start off by installing our electronics bay fan. We also need to install a couple of jumpers. We need to install our CAN bus terminating jumper. We also need to install our jumpers for sensorless homing on X and Y. And then I think we are going to be able to then move on to the Y, which will be installing the bed, routing the wires for that, and that should really be the last bit of it before we can flash or like configure the tool headboard hopefully and see how things are going here. Steve did have a realization with his just a moment ago. Do you want me to talk about it, or do you want to just kind of explain it, what's going on with the cable?
Oh, so there's a couple of things that I found out over between streams.
I'm gonna show you up here. You take full, man, just for this. So if there's thing you want to show.
Let me throw the camera at the printer so we can see what's going on here. Okay, so we have this. So what I discovered is that the power supplies that we picked are interesting.
Oh, that's right. I blinked out about that. Yeah.
There's a couple of things. So the power supplies we picked are LED power supplies. They come with these splitters. When I was flashing the mainsail OS, I was powering it through all of this to check all that, and I found out that when I would plug in the connector and I would move it, it would lose connection. So I was troubleshooting that, trying to figure out what it was. Is it a sizing issue? Is it these cheap power jacks? The little splitter that it came with, I hooked this up, and I was getting no voltage measuring it at the output. So what it turns out is, and let's make this quick, is that the center terminal on this, I had bought 5.5 by 2.1 jacks. These are all 2.1. This appears to be 2.5.
Yeah.
This is a 2.1. So when I would plug this in and I would bend it, I could get an output from this. So cheap parts are going to cheap parts.
Yeah.
That's the problem. This was not a cheap, I mean, it was a $50 power supply.
Yeah, not cheap.
But I ended up ordering, luckily Amazon had for next day delivery, some 2.5 millimeter jacks. So that's solved. That's taken care of. You happen to have a jack already on hand that everything fit tight. You were able to swap yours out and yours is working okay. So, and then the other thing is I found just before stream here, we were getting ready to get the ribbon cable for the coil connected, and mine seems to be an odd fit in the board here. I ended up swapping them and it's a little better now, so I'm hoping it's okay. But we were talking about how we're going to actually route this ribbon cable before. So I modeled up a part and I'm hoping it's going to work pretty well. I'm going to move this kind of out of the way to demo it, but I modeled up a little shroud, little fan shroud here. And the idea is I modeled in a couple of degree off of 90 on these angles, and then just snip this little piece out of the way, break it along the layer lines there, and then this will go on here, and we'll put the ribbon cable down in there, but then it snaps on and holds in place and has a little cover for the ribbon cable to go through. I think we're gonna have to use a couple of little bits of VHB tape to tack it in place and make it easier to install. But from there, we'll hit that at some point today.
That's awesome. One random question I had that I just realized is I haven't thrown on any heat sinks on the Micro 4's drivers. Did you do that or no?
I did not.
Okay.
I was looking at it. There's really no place for it. But the board is raised up off the base here enough that I think plenty of air is going to get from this fan through the bottom and through this bottom grill.
Okay, so you don't think that they'll fit?
I think
you don't
we'll
think
get
we have
enough
clearance?
We don't. I popped it off the Pi Zero shelf there.
Because it looks like there's clearance. Like I'm looking at it from the side and I'm seeing a lot of height to it for these little heat sinks that they included. They're really tiny heat sinks.
Did they included tiny heat sinks?
Yeah, tiny ones. They're not the standard size ones.
Oh, they are tiny.
Yeah, I think these will fit, man.
Well, let's try it.
Okay. I'm probably gonna have to remove that pie cover though. I'm just looking at it right now. I don't think I've got it.
I think we have to anyway in order to get
for the jumpers.
To the jumpers.
Okay.
So do you want to do that right now?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's start with that. Yep.
Get the jumpers set properly. We'll get the fan put in so we can plug it in. The only other thing we'll need to plug in was the bed thermistor. But we can do that with just taking the Pi itself off.
Yep.
So do you got? Oh, you got.
Yeah, I took it.
Okay, cool. Someone, Iconic Fab was asking about my shirt. My shirt I have courtesy of the Czech Boron group. So that is where it came from.
Raj, thanks for becoming a member, man. Cheers. Let's see. Let me got some sound effects. Cheers. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm pulling off this little blue cover and getting you out of the way. I think I'll probably just put the 2 heat sinks on. I might as well put them all on, I guess, even if we're not using them, I suppose, if they aren't going to take up additional, too much space.
Yeah, if it'll fit.
Yeah, let me unplug my USB cable here.
I'm pulling my Pi all the way out. And now I'll pull this shelf off. I'm pretty pleased with how the shelf and stuff is fitting. It just makes it, I mean, everything in here is going to be tight. It's a little Tetris match to get everything in proper. So,
I mean, given the given the sort of limitations of footprint here, I think that you did a beautiful job with getting this all situated. The question I've got is for the termination of the can, is it just a jumper or is it a resistor? Because I don't.
It's just a jumper right next to the USB port.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start with heat sinks
plug
first.
that in.
It says 43 degrees here and it just started snowing. What in blazes? We've got, tomorrow's gonna be a beautiful day. We've got like mid 70s here and I can't freaking wait. So I'm just gonna put these this way. It's still it's still a tight fit. Jeez Louise. I put my hand sideways. Let's see. Let's use tweezers to help me out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Just grab the heatsink by the fins.
Yep.
Grab the heatsink by the fins. And get her done.
One down.
Let's see if I'm hoping that my little pie shelf doesn't get in the way of any of these heat sinks.
I don't think it does. I mean, we'll see, but when I looked at it briefly, I mean, worst comes to worst, I know for a fact that it's got clearance for X and Y because those are the two I was really looking at since those are the ones that we would need. But I don't think it's going to be an issue for any of them, but we'll find out shortly here. Somebody is driving a very loud vehicle outside on our little cul-de-sac. Can you hear it?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
I don't think the audience can hear it.
Oh, I don't think so either. Oops. Oh, no. Where did it go?
Did you lose something?
Yeah, I dropped... Did anyone see where that went? Did I drop it in? Oh, okay. It's inside the... There we go. I found it. All right.
Okay. It appears to all clear.
Cool. Hey, Ayak. Inside, yeah, I got it. Thank you. I was kind of looking the other direction for a second there, and it dropped, and I was like, I don't see it anywhere, but it fell inside.
Yeah, that's awesome. It all cleared. Cool.
Yeah, at first I was like, there's no way the heat sinks work, but then I saw it, and I was like, oh, these are baby heat sinks.
They are baby heat sinks.
Oops.
Okay, so then just jumpers on X and Y.
Yeah. And the jumpers are, so the diag jumpers, it looks like. Are you going to snap off the top pieces of the jumpers or no?
I did not, and they worked okay.
Seem to fit? Okay.
Yeah.
So one here. I know it's hard to see what I'm doing, everyone, but I can hardly see what I'm doing. So I don't think that I'll be able to really make this much clearer. Okay, so I have those two in. And then you said the other one for CAN is by the USB. So if I'm looking, okay, I see it by the USB-C right next to it.
Right next to the USB.
Yeah, it says 120 ohm in the.
Oh, the other thing that was funny, and I'm very disappointed in people from Sunday. We did all this work. I did all this work. Wiring the electronics bay the whole time. I had the camera focused on the printer, on the electronics bay, wiring it up, and not one person realized I was installing a Pi 0 instead of a 02. How?
Yeah, Steve realized it when he went to flash it. It's hilarious.
US trade tariffs damage mitigation funds from random country. Cool face emoji.
Hey Iconic, thank you very much for the tariff damage mitigations. Yeah, I've been watching that from my cave. Uh-oh, that's a very tight sounding screw. Jeez Louise. Can you hear that?
Oh, be careful. That's the heatsink cross-threading.
The heat sink?
What are you tightening?
It's the Pi
the bridge thing? That's the sound when you've got a cross thread into a heatsink. I mean, into a heat set.
Heat insert? Okay.
Uh-huh.
It was like that the first time, though, so it might just be that I installed it slightly off, and that's just how it's going to be.
Might be.
I'll loosen it a little bit the other side, but that's how it sounded when I first did it. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'm going to call it fine for the sake of what this is. Not a pretty sound.
Ooh, interesting. No, never mind.
Do we have access, just real quick here before I put this, I already tightened the bridge down. Do we have access to the fan port that we're gonna need? We do, I think, right? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just using a little, I don't have autofocus on, a little 24 volt Winzen that I've had for the electronics bay. So not the fastest moving, but it should be more than sufficient for this.
Oh, yeah.
Probably gonna have to cut and crimp this. This is a really long wire on mine.
Mine is from, I think, a hot end fan off of one of the LDO kits. Okay. So the wire length is usable.
Okay, yeah, I'll end up chopping mine down.
Okay.
Let me first just get some screws for this, see what size screws I need. I mean, I can just go with it, but it feels like with how much I've done to make this look pretty, why would I want to shove a super long wire inside here? So let me see if I can.
Good thinking.
Yeah, that's probably long enough. Oops. Oops.
It says in 3x10s for the fan.
Yeah, mine doesn't go that far into the heat insert, but it's plenty for what this is as well. I might have done 8s. Why is this not sitting flush though? That's odd to me.
Everybody want to see the difference? Do I have a?
Why is that
box?
That's weird.
Let's do a comparison of Pi 0 and Pi 0 2W. There's a big difference.
Big difference.
So give me focus. I can show.
Yeah. Guess full. There you go.
There we go.
big old difference.
Yeah, it's this. I mean, that's the obvious one, is the extra chip there. But that would be a 0 and a 0.2. Pi 0 v1.3 on top, Pi 0.2 on the bottom.
Fan ports are where? Fan. We're doing fan 2 then?
You can take it back.
Steve?
I plugged it into fan. Let me bring it up. I plugged it into fan 0. Fan 2 is constant power. So we can control it if we plug it into fan 0.
Why am I not seeing? I'm looking at the
fan 0 is down along the bottom. It's one of the orange ones. It's the orange 2 pin.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fan 0 is the one furthest. Okay, so right there should be plenty of length. Okay, cool. Just trying to get a gauge on how much I need to cut. Where's the wire cutters? And this is, it looks like XH, right? It looks full size to me.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. It's XH. There is a fruit. Someone's commenting on missing a heat set. One of the fan mounting holes goes through and connects the cover. So not missing a heat set.
Like there's the cover. So it's a slightly longer one that we'll use just to kind of hold that in place. It is, I mean, there is a missing screw, but it's by design. It's probably a little bit too much to strip off. That's okay. All right, let's cut you a little bit shorter. Let's cut you a lot shorter. Like that, okay. And where are my crimps? They are right here. How's everybody's week going? How's everyone's April going so far?
10 or 12s will work to hold the fan on.
Okay. Yeah, I think I went with 10s.
The other thing I realized, I should have realized earlier, is there's no power switch on this. You just unplug it to turn it off.
Yeah, I realized that after I flashed it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, let's get this crimp on.
Okay, fan is installed. Full power is installed. I'll put the Pi back in once we get the bed going, I think.
Yeah, the thermistor, right?
Yeah, because of the, we'll have to remove it again anyway for the thermistor.
Just locked in Rocky Mountain on Tuesday. See you there, Steve. Oh, cool. Del Mar's gonna be at
Awesome.
Rocky Mountain.
Awesome, awesome. Speaking of events, I booked all my stuff for Murph. So I will be in Indiana in June.
Nice.
So I'm making it a relatively short trip. I'll arrive Friday afternoon and flying out Monday. So
Have a tasty beverage at Goshen Brewery for me, please.
Well, the
So VCC is on the inside for this one.
last year I didn't make Murph because I caught COVID at Open Sauce. But the previous 2 years I'd made it into like a week-long thing visiting other people in the area.
Not this time.
Not this time. So
You said you did fan 0, so the farthest
yeah.
further one. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Bam. All right, my fan is installed. So that is that. I'm gonna plug my Pi USB cable back in just so that way that's at least connected. I think I can still access the bed stuff. Okay, so do we want to move on to getting the ribbon cable kind of situated?
Yeah, and then we don't risk catching it and ripping it out of its connectors.
Yep. That's
So
something that we would. I'm gonna grab my bar stool first because it's kind of low and just my body. All right.
yeah. So my thought is cutting a small strip of VHB about the width of the
ribbon cable
and putting it in the center bottom flat spot behind underneath the fan.
Okay.
So I can show you what that looks like.
Sure. This full. There we go.
So little thing right there.
So I am, you know what? I might flip I wasn't gonna flip my machine over, but seeing that you are, I will probably do the same, so I got a better angle.
Yeah.
Let's see, right about center. Oops. Get off my finger, please. There we go. Okay. That's about center. Okay, so now I'm gonna press it down for a sec here, and then I'll peel it. Hey, Makermind. Is Grandpa Modbot getting home? Yeah. I've been lucky this last season as far as my back and stuff hasn't been that bad, but when I screwed up my drainage the other day and I was working on that, I was trying to pull up that corrugated drainage stuff a little bit and that screwed up my arms, and then I've had a few things the last week here that's been a little heavy for Grandpa Modbot.
To where try not to make that super tight.
Mine's definitely longer than it needs to be, but or wider than it needs to be. I thought. Did you make your? Oh yeah, yours is better than mine. Mine's definitely got more width, but I don't think it'll be noticeable really.
Trying to get an angle here. Well, I guess it can go back up at this point. Okay, so now I want to
probably do one like midway up the fan, maybe.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second, guys. Which one? Both of them?
Take over. Okay, so yeah, I did mine. You can see probably if I zoom in a little bit. My VHB is a little bit wider than
That's fine.
Steve's was, but it's fine. It's on the back and it's not visible once it's up. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to do a bit of VHB midway up the fan, approximately. I think, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, I think for me, the next bit is going to be figuring out at the tool head side.
I'm gonna give it back to you so I can see what you're talking about.
So I want to angle it. I want to anchor it at the tool head side and then figure out where all the slack needs to get tucked out of the way. Does that make sense?
Sure.
How does the ribbon cable need to bend here in order to follow the stuff? Maybe it's like that. Right next to maybe it's like that right next to the thing, and then maybe a little bit of VHB right there to hold it. And then we got to figure out, yeah. Okay, so a little piece of VHB. And I'll put a little piece of VHB right here.
This critter's
side
gonna be
of the
loud.
fan.
Yes, it is. It is going to be loud.
Loop it behind the bolt. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't think I need to tie it in like that. So
I've got mine basically where the bolt would be, like on that fan. There's no bolt there, but it's on that corner of the fan. That's where I'm doing mine. Might be slightly different than yours, but I think it'll be okay.
Or something like that. And then this goes up. A piece of VHB right here.
Let me see your side, Steve. Like, turn it just so I can see. How is yours? Where's yours sticking?
Huh?
Where did
just
you
to
put
the
your
side of
VHB?
the fan. Just to the
Oh,
side of the
see,
fan.
I did it. I goofed then. I did mine on the left side of that wire.
I mean, if it fits, I'm sure it's fine.
I don't like it. No, I don't like it. So I'm gonna move it. Yours seems like it's too close. Like, it doesn't have as much proximity to bend where I have it. So I think a little further out, like you have, it's probably.
Yeah, I'm trying to reduce the strain at the
Yep.
ends.
I can understand that.
And that'll go there. And then this will kind of bend to the fold in right there. So then that'll fold. Now, the cover, if we go on, like that. And then it's just like that. I think that'll be okay. You see it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the last VHB tape on the back and then see how it all sticks.
And that's not going to fall off of there. It's nice and light. So I just added those horizontal lines there. I wanted a little bit to break up the flat surface. Yeah, and it's not gonna, it's so light, it's not gonna impact anything. Yeah, you can't see any of the stuff from the front. I'm pleased with that. That'll work well. Sticks out a little bit down here, but like I said, it's not going to fall off. That's the big thing. It's not going to get in the way. It's not going to fall off.
Okay, let me slot mine on, see how this goes.
Yeah, I modeled that last night. Modeled it and test printed it.
Yeah. Mine doesn't snap on. Why does mine not snap on all the way? Is it because my ribbon cable is blocking it? Huh. Odd.
What do you want? You want to show full screen on your side?
Maybe. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
I just think that I might need to feed this.
Can a print interfere with the ribbon cable? Oh no, it's above nozzle point. This is the nozzle. It's above all that. It cannot. The board here. The board is 3 millimeters above the nozzle tip, and the ribbon cable doesn't extend below the board. So there's no way that it would be able to catch on anything.
Mine slides really easily off. Like watch, if I have my hands right here, like it just,
oh yeah, that's fine.
You think so?
It's not, it's so light, it's not gonna fall off. If you grab it and pull on it, yes, it'll fall off. But it's,
I'm tempted to add just a strip of
You can
VHB.
add a little, yep.
Yeah.
I thought about that too, is a little bit of VHB. You might want to double it up on a side or something.
Yeah, I think that I'll just add like maybe underneath this little rim area right here, like one on each side or something like that, just to see. I think it'll grip it a little bit more.
Yeah,
I don't think
you're
right. It's probably not necessary, but for the sake of, I don't plan on ever really having to remove this unless something is wrong. I'd like it to be just a hair more secure. So let's see if I shove one right underneath here. I think that might help a little bit. One there, and then do it on the other side.
Okay.
Let's see if this does anything. Peel this off. Oops.
I'm gonna organize my JST connectors well. The ones that came in the thing. I got my little bins of connectors.
There's one. Oh, come on. The HB wants to come off when I'm grabbing the damn cover. There we go. Okay.
And pH. Okay. Fan is installed. Is it going on?
Yeah, I think I might have done a little too much VHB now.
Too thick?
Yeah, it's fine. It's a
Whatever.
little bit
That's fine.
off on this side, but whatever, man. That's fine. I think Jack's coming up here, upset dog.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm calling it good enough. Okay. Yeah, let me see. I think Jack's gonna pay us.
Jack coming up. Little Jack visit.
Seems like it. Let's see. Let me hold on. I'm gonna open the door and surprise him. Oh. I guess not yet. The dogs are both up here and the light's on in the hall, so I think he was making his way up and then got derailed. He squirreled out.
Squirrel.
Yeah, he squirreled out like father, like son. Okay. So, feel pretty good about that. I do wish that this just bent in a hair more, but that was my fault. I put the one side VHB too high, and I will forget about it. It's just because it's right on my mind right now since I'm screwing with it. Okay, so that's fine. And then now we're moving on to bed stuff, right?
Bed stuff.
So
Bed stuff.
I'm gonna look at the CAD really quickly here. Let's see.
How do we
Desktop.
want? We have bed plate and cable chain to deal with. And so I think plate, I feel like we should put the plate and belt and stuff on maybe first.
Okay.
I think we can get in on the other side and do cable chain stuff after that.
Let me isolate. Wait, am I already isolated? Is that why I can't isolate? There we go. Oh, it didn't include the... Of course it didn't. 1 second. Build plate. Oh, there we go. Now it seems like it's got it. Isolate. Okay.
How did the tea party go?
Someone asking?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounded like it went well. Jack was really good. He was telling all the ladies hello and blowing them kisses as he does. So, yeah, it sounds like...
Ladies man?
Yeah, sounds like he did quite well there. So thank you for asking. He's got swim lessons too again today. I don't think I mentioned it Sunday, but he had his first swim lessons last Wednesday, and he did so well. He's just a little fish. He's always loved like bath time and, you know, wah 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 wah, like he loves water. So he had a blast. So today will be Erin and him again, and then she works next Wednesday, so my parents are gonna take me and him, and I'll be his swim buddy. So I'm looking forward to that. But I have to get contacts. I haven't had contacts in a long time, and I can't wear my glasses in the pool. So next week I've got a appointment to get a few contacts for swim lessons with Jack.
Have you wore contacts before?
Mm-hmm.
They don't
I wore
agree with you?
contacts. No, I love contacts. I wore contacts from 9th grade through probably 23 years old, pretty much constantly. The biggest issue is that as I've gotten older and now work a computer job than YouTube, I'm in front of a screen so long that by the end of the day, my eyes are like bleeding with my contacts. They're so dry from me not blinking and stuff. Yeah, it's just, it's too much. So, what's up, buddy? Hi! I thought you were coming up. Did you get distracted, dude? Yeah, you got distracted. He has stinky butt.
Can you say squirrel yet?
I don't think so. Jackson, can you say squirrel? Squirrel? Hold on, he's coming. Let's see. Webcam. There we go. Come on, you climbing up? Yee-hoo! No, I feel good. Can you say hi? Are you going? Oh, those are scissors. The first thing. Oh no, we don't. Those are not a toy. And then he grabs the flush cutters. Those are also not a toy. Very good. Oh, careful, Daddy's printer. Are you going swimming today? Huh? Are you going swimming? Those are crimpers. You like anything that has two arms, so anything that you can sort of squeeze together, huh? Careful your fingers, bud. Yeah, owie. Those are nuts. Yeah, there's a lot of... Oh, you dropped nuts. Dropping nuts, buddy.
Where are the cats?
Yeah, it goes on there, huh? Yep. Are you going swimming today? You going swimming with Mom later? Huh? You excited? I was just talking about you. I said you're a little fish. Daddy's gonna go swimming with you next week. Oh, that's VHB. The tape? Huh? Watch your foot, right? Not the kind you eat, though. Can you say hi to everyone, Jack? Hi. He says hi. Yeah. You have a good nap? Hilarious. It seems like it. Huh? You have a good nap? You seem like you're in a great mood, dude. Hmm? Oh, you saw your cousin? Daddy needs those. Daddy needs those. You can't dump them out. You can't dump those out everywhere. What are those? Can you say nuts?
He wants to.
Nuts. No, I know. I saw. Nuts. Thank you, baby. Daddy will use that. Daddy needs that one. You don't need that. You're not building a TicTac, are you? It's a flash
you say TicTac?
Can you say TicTac? Tac. He said tac. No, Daddy needs that. That's his computer. Yeah, you say hi, Steve. Steve.
Hi.
Steve? Steve. Uh-oh, Daddy needs that, baby. Okay, I gotta continue building, okay? You can play with Daddy's computer later. Here, I printed an extra fan cover. You can take that one as a parting gift. No, that one Daddy needs. Daddy needs that one. You can take that one. Say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye. Bye.
You blew kisses. Look, you blew kisses? Oh, that's very nice. Okay, I love you. Wish me luck. Say good luck, Daddy. Bye-bye. Uh-oh, what? It's okay. That's the router. That's the heater. I'll see you in a little bit.
Don't unplug
Okay.
that one.
No, don't unplug that one. That's Daddy's camera. You can't pull that one either. You can go with Mommy. You can see it later, okay? There's a printer. Yeah, pink. Yeah. Okay. You gotta go bye-bye, buddy. Okay. So, order of operations. You said plate you think is first.
I think we put the plate on, put the Y
Printed
belt
parts.
in place.
Do we have, it looks like, looking, oh, I have it on me still. If we
That's
go,
fine.
if we go here, it looks like this needs to get bolted onto it.
Yeah, there's 3 heat sets that need to go into part there.
This is 2 parts, it looks like too, right?
There are a couple of parts
Okay.
involved, yeah.
Let me start, let me exit isolation for a sec, and try to isolate this. What do these parts look like? Oh, that's
Oh,
a
and there's
single
a-
piece? What the heck?
Yeah.
Is it this? Yeah, it looks like this. Yeah, okay, so I've got the one piece. And then let me turn off isolation again. Wait, that's a single piece. Then what the heck is this guy? Isolate. Wait, that's the piece I just had. Okay, so that's a single
yeah.
piece. There's another piece though, right?
There's
Yeah.
a small little cover there. We have a total of, I think,
am I not
5
seeing
heat
it?
sets that go into this one piece.
Okay, this big block that I have.
We'll have to cut out sacrificial layer on the back side.
Okay. Looks
Um,
like the sacrificial layer is this guy right here on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun swimming. He will. It's, yeah. Freaking kid loves swimming, man. Loves swimming. Okay, I'm gonna shove my needle nose tweezers through there. There we go.
That's what your hobby knife is for.
Yeah. I just shove an M3 through it, man.
The heat set goes there
Where?
in that spot where the sacrificial
Oh, really?
layer was. Yeah.
Okay, well then I probably do need a hobby
You
knife.
want to
fix
clear it out
somewhere.
pretty good.
Yeah. Where is every single week, man? The hobby knife. Where did it go from last week?
You need multiple of them.
I know, they're all in the same, oh, there they are. Yeah, they're all in the same case, which isn't very helpful. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you were saying that that is a heat insert, which is quite large. So let's start cutting off. Cutting into here. Yeah, that was a good call. The other one, we've had other sacrificial ones on this build, and I was able to just kind of shove something through, but this is a little bit wider. So I see 4 on the bottom then, and you said there's 5.
And
Where's
then
the
one on
fifth
the end. One on the end. You'll see.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Okay, that should be fine, I think. Iron.
And then look inside where the tensioner goes and make sure your bridging was good in there.
Okay.
Clean it up before we get it on the printer.
Yeah, it looks smooth. Looks good.
Yeah, mine was too. I didn't have to clean
It's
it
just
up.
that one piece that
Yeah.
was aggressively bad.
I think there's something about the geometry with it that was tough.
Huh, why is this not to unplug? That's weird. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Alright, so let's put you on. 5 of these guys. 1, 2,
Hotel
3,
is booked for Rocky Mountain. Awesome.
Oh, cool. I imagine that Lightburn will probably be there.
Yeah, we got cargo van has been booked. Max and I are taking the cargo van with the printers.
Nice.
Probably have 2 burning birds there. Again.
Yours and his, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I need to find some time to work on it a bit. Okay, we're gonna need 2 of those M5 square nuts. And M5x10s hold the whole thing in.
I think I might be in Colorado Springs, I'm sure.
So I'm pretty sure 2 of these screws that come through are just to strengthen up the part.
Okay.
There's 2
man.
M3x20. What's that?
The one that I cleared out is just it's a little awkward.
Yeah.
I'll see if I get it started, if I can kind of make it going straight. Let's see.
All it does is hold a cover on.
Okay.
It's a second screw for a cover.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. So that's fine. And then the top one as well. It's the last one.
Sensor on the hobby. I think I might be in Colorado Springs. Decided to cancel my plans. Go to Rocky Mountain. So you and Doc will each have an emergency hotel room if needed. Mine is booked. My extra space, and I rented a corner suite, or booked a corner suite at the main hotel there. And Nemgria or Icarus or V0 developer is going to be there with me. So,
Nemgria?
Yeah.
He's rad. I like him a lot. I met him at, I think it was at Murph when I first got hired at Lightburn.
Yeah,
But,
that year,
he's a
that
really
first
cool
year
dude.
at Murph. Yep.
Okay, so I've got this, and you said we needed M5 nuts.
These are just square nuts.
Yeah, they're I don't know how well they're going to hold in there, but the 2 M3s, there are M3x20 flatheads that we can put in right now because they just kind of bolt in through 2 of those heat sets, and I think they're just to make sure the part doesn't split, stay strong.
Do you want to show here? Let me make you full. M320s flatheads.
Yeah, they just go in here, and all they do is thread in to the heat set here.
For reinforcement.
Yeah, I think so.
M3, I don't have M320s there. M3, okay, I've got them here. M320s.
The main hotel was quite a bit more expensive than last year, but it wasn't double. It was like a third more. It ends up, the corner suite ends up not being bad because it's not that much more expensive than a single room. And then if you split it, it makes it a little better. Like last year, it was $1,000 for the whole stay for that corner suite. This year, it was $1,500 for the whole stay. So. Did you? Oh, good. You have it.
It looks like the square nuts just kind of go into the openings on the inside of this part.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I kind of figure probably get as much set up on the, what was that?
Did you already put them in?
No, I haven't. I was putting as much together on this piece as I could with, and then I was gonna, oh, I get it. I got an idea. Yeah, I was gonna do as much as I can and then bolt it to the plate. And then probably bolt the plate to the carriage. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to figure out what the best way is to get these guys in.
If you can set them in there and then put the tensioner in just enough to block them.
Do they drop in there, or did you have to put some force to get them in?
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't even tried.
Okay.
Are they taking some force?
I'm just starting down that journey, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to get the close one first, just because I'd like to have a little win. But yeah, they want to fall in. I'm almost wondering if it makes more sense to put them on a screw and then try to drop them in. Like, I'm gonna grab an M5 bolt and see if that'll make it easier. Hey, Maurice.
You take a long M5 and a longer than necessary M5 and use it to kind of
Push it in.
Yeah, that was an M6 somehow. Yeah, that was in the wrong bin.
Oh, I got it in at an angle, which isn't what I want.
There we go. Then I can pull it. Yeah, and it kind of holds in. Seems to.
You got one in?
I got one in.
Of course you did.
Dang it, Steve. Yeah, now mine's in at like a weird angle. Let me pop it out. There we go.
There we go. And then I used a shorter screw to pull it.
Oh, wait, did you go in? Gotcha. So are you saying you went in from the side where the square is and then threaded it on and then pulled it through?
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out what you did.
So I set the nut in there, and then I took a longer screw from the other side and just kind of
pushed it?
Just kind of barely as I'm threading it on until I got it to thread. And then I can pull it, like the second one's on now. And then use a shorter screw to pull it all the way into the hole.
Yeah, I'm not doing this well.
So if you hold it to where you put the square nut in there and just kind of get it close, and then from below I took a longer M5 and just kind of nudged at the, just barely, but then twist until you catch some threads, and then you might be able to pull it through. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but
maybe. Let's see. God, I've lost a few nuts in this process already. Oh.
But it is a nice friction fit, so once you get it in there, it's gonna stay. Hey, Armor 3D.
Okay, so I have it at a pretty sharp angle. Now I am using my pinky in this case to try to...
Oh, there you go.
See if I can just get the threads on a couple turns. Did I? I did. Okay, so I got one. It seems like, let's see, pull. Okay, so that one's in.
I won't be able, my pinkies aren't that small though. I don't think I'll be able to fit a pinky to the other
Maybe you
one,
can use like a ruler or something? Ruler or a screwdriver?
What do I have that's flat? You know what? Let's try this. I got the back end of these
little tweezers.
I got an idea for a assembly jig for this.
No, it won't help us right now, though, will it, Steve?
No.
Hey, Ranch. The pinky and the brain.
That's hilarious. Yeah, basically. All right, let's see. So drop. Okay, so this one's kind of in an angle. So now if I take this and I keep this over here, like, nope, that
There we
fell
go.
out. Oh, I got one. I know I can do a second one. That one actually lined up pretty well. Let's see. Oh, come
Felix is inspecting.
on. Dun, 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 dun. Inspector Felix.
So I'm just gonna change the cam to my front cam, so because there's not a lot going on over here.
That's fine.
I know you want to catch, buddy. I know you want to catch. I almost wonder if I put a little bit of pressure with this guy. Come on, did we catch? Did we catch? Oh, baby, we caught.
You got
All right. Yeah, we did. All right, pulling it. Pull it into place.
Cool. All right. Where's my? Hold on. I got my sound effects. Wait, that's not the right sound effects. 1 second here. Standard sounds.
That was easy.
Hell yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. So now that's good. Do you need anything? I don't think so. I got coffee and water. I think I'm okay on. Thank you. All right. So I've got that on. Now we're attaching this to the aluminum piece, or not yet? Now we're attaching this to the bed frame, or do we still want to assemble more?
I was gonna put one end of the belt on. It seems like it'll be easier to do it while this piece is separate.
Okay.
Belt goes in here. I'm trying to figure out the orientation because it's not quite intuitive to me. It's got to go this way. It's got to wrap around. I think it's gonna go something like this.
Okay, so this is the little cover piece. Let me find that cover piece. Is it this guy? Yeah, this looks right. Is there 2 screws that go through it? Yeah, I've got it. Okay.
This is gonna be a really tight fit.
Yeah.
This belt.
You know me, I love a good challenge, so. Are you gonna just just attach the belt to the side that has this cover piece then?
Yes.
Okay. And this is the
gonna be
wider.
Definitely the more difficult side to put in.
I'm assuming teeth are going inward.
Especially since, so here's
Let me see.
what I'm working on.
Okay. Oh, okay, so you have teeth going downward.
Mm-hmm. And then I think just being careful not to just kind of work that in. Careful not to break that center post.
Don't you put that juju on me, Steve? Oh, mine went right in.
I don't need slack on this, right? Since this isn't the tension side? Like I'm doing
Correct.
watch.
Correct.
Like, yeah, cool. So yeah, I've got it. Like it dropped, oh, I don't know. how well you
Dropped
can
in
see
pretty
that.
well.
Dropped in nicely, yeah.
Yeah, cool. This is going okay. Just kind
It
of.
looks like these are also flathead screws, probably. Same length, it looks like. So M320, I believe, is what we used for the ones that were for reinforcement.
I don't know yet. Hold on. Trying to get this all the way.
Mash the like button. Yeah, hit the like button, everyone. Hit the like button. What did Nappin say? Someone said yum. Nappin's talking about food. Where are you at, Nappin? Frozen
There we
grapes.
go.
Ooh, frozen grapes and lime. Interesting.
Yeah, and then this cover goes on, and yeah, those would be the M320s also.
Smash button liked.
There you are, Oscar.
Okay. Cover is on.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Pleased
So I
with
think we can
that.
put the plate on the carriage and then this on the plate.
Okay, so don't attach this to the plate yet. Just do the plate onto the
Yeah.
carriage first. Okay.
Yeah, since those square nuts are a press fit in there, they're not going to move around. It'll be fine.
Okay. How did I stop this last time from dropping down? I found no, I didn't find something last time. That's right. You said you used the covers. I didn't have the covers, and the jigs wouldn't fit. PF, thank you so much, man, for the 10 gifted memberships. Cheers. You know what? That reminds me also. Let me do my 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't always forget. I've gotten a little better at remembering that. So let's see. Gifted, membership gifting. Yeah, here's 5 more, everyone. Thank you, PF. There we go. It's 5 more. Okay, so plate direction. Let me raise this camera up a little bit. There we go. Okay, exit isolation. Whoa, really zoomed in.
A little bit of Loctite.
Yeah. What are the screws? Looks like they are
M3 by 8.
Cool. Those are M5s. M3 by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sockets are fine.
Yep.
And this is going towards a pointy side facing forward. And then orientation wise, we need the wide, let's see. Okay, so the wide section to the right. Like the wide holes to the right. If you're looking at it forward from the front.
Exactly how you have it. Yep.
Okay. Ooh, that was a lot of Loctite. 1 second here. Let me wipe some of this up. I got a little bit on my table and I don't want to touch my ABS parts. Or ASA parts. Okay, I got that. And then I need a 2.5mm driver, which is right here. Kind of awkward. Oh, you know what? No. Slide this forward. There we go. Okay. All right.
Felix is being a very good inspector.
Inspector Felix. That feels a little tight for some reason.
Yeah, this is pretty easy. And 5x10s to hold the belt on. Hold the bracket on.
It's an aggressive amount of Loctite. I'm gonna wipe some of this up too.
Yeah.
Hey, Collie. I ordered a HDMI mod and replacement shell for the N64 from AliExpress, and then the tariffs happened, and I'm like waiting. I'm like, I was stoked. I was like, I only paid $60. I'm like, am I gonna be paying $120 for it now? Like, I'm gonna be really bummed, man. I'm curious to see what happens when it hits the port.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know.
I will, because yeah, if that's the case, I'm gonna be holding off on as many international purchases or at least stuff from AliExpress for quite a while now. Hey,
Yeah.
A Road, thank you for becoming a member. Cheers. I do again. Squirrel. Yeah, right now the cool thing is with Japan, where I order a lot of my trading card stuff from, is they there's still like, although the tariffs have gone up and it's like 30-something% now, they have this agreement in place where if the order total is under $800, you don't have to pay. I have a feeling that is not going to stay in place for very long because of the way things are going, but I am hoping
rid of that minimus whatever altogether everywhere.
Not according to what I saw as of
okay.
yesterday. The company, the middleman I use. Hold on, let me kick the dog. Hey, go downstairs. Sorry, the mail at the door. Yeah, according to the middleman that I use as of yesterday, or the proxy service, it's still in place, but they said that they'd be keeping everyone up to date on any changes to that. So, I mean, 30% is better than obviously, 100+%, but it's still not great. Definitely not great. 90-day pause was just announced. Oh, cool. Okay, sweet.
No way.
That's awesome.
You mean a decision was reversed?
Just from what I saw this morning, China was playing hardball with, like in exchange for what we're doing. Okay, so these are
everything but China got its tariffs removed as of a few hours ago.
Oh, except for China. Okay. Can everyone hear the dog or just Steve? And then what did you use, Steve, for the M5 button heads?
M5 by 10.
M5. Okay, you sent me those. These are these guys. You can hear it. We hear dog. Oh, Delilah. Hey. They can all hear the dog. What's going on? Okay. Can you try to get her down?
Yeah, come on.
Hey, can you go downstairs, Delilah? Your barks are so fierce. Go get a treat. Go get a cookie. There you go. She's like, I'm not going down, but the magic word of treat will get her going. Yeah, she says, oh, I'm out. I don't even like Daniel that much. All right. There we go.
Oh, hi guys.
I'm gonna use, this is probably a 3mm driver. Whoa. And so belt is facing towards this way. It's got to be almost kitty treat time, right? I would think.
We could do kitty treats. We could do kitty treats. We're gonna do different kitty treats. We're gonna do churro. Okay. Let's see here.
Let me give you.
Here we go. You guys want a treat?
Uh-oh. Hold on.
We're not.
Give you full while I figure out what's going on my end.
We're not gonna try any jumps today. Want some treat?
Huh. I guess I didn't pull one of the square nuts in far enough. It's not catching. There we go. Let's put you there.
Treat. I need to print one of those little, they have little squeezer things for these.
Yeah, that poor jump fail. Did you clip it or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I
I
showed
need it
everybody.
in slow-mo. Yeah, I need it in slow-mo.
I wish I had more angles.
Mm-hmm.
It would be one of those viral cat fail.
Yeah. See it on Fail Army Cats edition.
There you go. You guys had enough there. You can take it back.
Okay. Alrighty, so I should be at the same spot as you. So plates on, and then the little belt attachment housings on. So are we now going to move on to the actual bed itself, bed assembly?
Let's put the belt on.
Oh, we're gonna do the full belt?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the belt hanging there now. So
it is hanging there.
9mm pulley with hub out on the stepper.
Let's see if I can find it. There we go. The last pulley. Okay, let me take out the set screws and put some Loctite on them then. Forgot there was a pest guy coming today. It's funny because like we've had a pest guy here for quite a while, and it always ends up working out where they come once a quarter and do their spraying or whatever. But when they spray for this time, I always end up having to have them come back out because it's right before wasp season, and like in 3 weeks from now there will be hornets' nest everywhere. And after getting stung in the face the first year we moved out here, I'm like, I can't deal with them, man. I need someone with a suit that's gonna address these. That's the one thing. Idaho has like pretty aggressive wasps, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we get wasps. Depends on the year. Some years they can be way worse than others.
Yeah, so far it's been every year here. Like last year, I think they knocked like maybe 6 nests, and they're so smart. Like there's one vinyl fence post between us and our neighbor's backyard that has a small hole in it, like a small hole in it. And last year they made their entire nest inside of the fence post.
Oh.
It's vinyl, so they were like, I didn't know how big it was. I just saw them like there's like 40 wasps coming in and out of this fence post. I'm like, I don't want it. Like, especially now that we've got Jack running around back there, I'm like, I just don't want hornets all over the place, man. Or I think they're paper wasps is a lot of what we have, which isn't as bad as yellow jackets, but I tell you what, man, I got the first year we were here and I got stung in the face and the leg in a few seconds. I'm like, that's enough pain for me. I'm good on that. And then I imagine Daniel checking fruit trees in full body condom with air tanks. I showed when we had a big nest when we were renting, I sent to my neighbor because he doesn't like wasps either. He's like got a bigger fear of them. I sent him Amazon full bee nest. There was a 2-pack, and I said, "You say the word, dude, and I'll order us a set of these bad boys." Okay, and so pulley is going outward. You said no.
How about?
How about? Okay, teeth inward.
Yeah.
All right. Oops, what was that? That was my AirPods.
What do you?
I'm looking for my
Steve
AirPods.
Think of the Tri-Zero Plus 50. I have no idea what that is.
Yep, never heard of it till right now. Okay, it's on really loose right now because it's, I'm sure, not.
Yeah,
correct.
same here.
Okay, and then we need to, on the other side, put in some bearings and shims, I take it, or just a bearing. It looks like a two bearing.
Shims.
Okay.
Now I think this would be easier if you assemble the shim and idler stack on a screwdriver coming from the other side. So throw a screwdriver in from the other side. And put your shim and then the idler and then a shim. And then you can use that screwdriver to wiggle things around as you put the bolt in from the other side.
Okay, I'll do my absolute best.
A V0 printer for ants with 50 more Z.
50 more Z?
What they said.
Z's not very useful for me, but I mean, that's just me. I typically don't print very tall, but some people do. If you're in like a rocket club or something like that and you need lots of height, then that Z might be exactly what you need. I don't know. But yeah, for me, generally speaking, Z is not very useful. Okay, the one that's going to suck is the final shim.
Yeah, but at least here you don't have to get it exactly lined up. You can use some tweezers and get it in there. And you should be able to catch it with that screwdriver pretty easy.
Okay. I'll be the judge of that. Damn. Nothing. It's just
you lost it.
I can't get tweezers like in between that little area. They're just not quite there.
Well, hold it. Use the tweezers to hold it around the outer diameter of the shim.
No, that's what I did.
Oh, you did?
Did you go in from, you know what, maybe it's because I went in from, hold on, let me try something else here. Give me my shim. Hold on, let me tilt this whole
It doesn't want to.
Where'd it go? Shim down.
Shim down.
Yeah, maybe if I go in from this angle, I can get it. No. Oh, shim. Okay, so I think that is not working well for me. So maybe I will try a flathead and just try to prop it up a bit from the bottom. Or maybe I'll use this guy.
Can try leaning the printer on its side so you're not fighting gravity as much.
That's probably the better solution, I think. For yeah, this isn't good. And this isn't even narrow enough. Okay, taking them all out, starting over. I think that gravity is probably, yeah, it's gonna be way easier. There we go.
Holy shim.
Yeah. Well, you guys can't see exactly what I'm doing, but that's fine. You can get the picture. I'm struggling with a screwdriver. Okay, 2 is in. Back where I was. What the, I don't get it, man.
What?
Nothing, like now the shim doesn't even want to fit in there, like.
Gravity should be helping it open up that area, so that way there's more room for it to go on, and now like it doesn't even want to fit on the...
Doesn't want to fit?
No.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay, here we go. Armor! Hope build's going well. Thanks, man. It is going well. Thank you for the 7 months. I will hit the sound notification when I'm done with this.
Okay, I think that the play here is maybe now I use tweezers to at least get it into... Did I drop my tweezers? I did, there they are. Let's see if I've got the tweezers, if I can at least get it on top of the idler. Okay. No, you don't you pop back out on me.
Don't
stay
you
there.
dare.
You stay in there. Okay. All right. So now that's at least there. And now I think I should be able to just slide it into place. Baby. Okay, got it. Okay. And what bolt did you use for? It's a big bolt.
That's the 60.
Is that this? These are 50s. 60. I know I have it. And it should be pretty hard to miss. Should be, there we go. The monsters.
Showed who's boss.
All right. That was easy. Okay, so now I just got to figure out how to get the nut in on the other end. This is just, it looks like an M5 X nut.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I only have, didn't I say I only had lock nuts, or did I have M5? I feel like earlier in this
lock
build,
nuts were fine.
Okay.
If you can,
Let's try it.
if that's what you have.
Yeah. Got a lot of lock nuts. M6, M6, M5. Okay. Yeah, that was easy.
Hold on. All right, I need a couple sound effects here. Got a cheers. Uh-oh. Standard sounds. Okay. That one's for armor, and then I've got...
That was easy.
That was easy for the...
For me.
You're back.
What?
Just for a brief second. just for a brief second. Okay, tightening this in. I mean, it doesn't have to be that tight, really. Right? Like a tiny bit of left and right play is probably okay. I mean, just a hair.
Hmm? Oh yeah.
Tiny bit of, yeah. I'm not gonna go tighter than that.
I wouldn't really tighten it.
Okay. I actually think I need to loosen it a hair. Let's see. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, belt routing. So, going around you, then it goes through. Oh no, it just goes completely underneath the whole printed part. It looks like, right? Yeah, underneath the printed part.
Goes underneath.
I need to get in it. I'm gonna cut this somewhere here because I've got just way too much belt to try to route this. So let me cut it maybe here.
Oh, you know what we should have done?
Tell me,
Yeah,
Steve.
we can still do it. It's just going to take a little bit. We need to put the little armor piece on this side.
On the Y?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that right now. Probably before I even route this rest of the belt. This is the one that you designed?
Yeah.
And what, it just uses M3
M3
nuts?
flatheads. M3 T-nuts. Yep.
What size flatheads? Because I don't have really small ones.
I think they're all M3 by 10. That's
I
what
probably won't
everything
be.
has used. Huh?
You said this, so you're saying I should have a lot of M310s?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is the same. I feel like I did this last week with you. I've got button heads. I've got M310 flatheads. Yeah. We'll see if I have enough for all the armor. But and the piece you designed is the one that has like the sharp. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, and it uses 4.
Yeah.
Looks like 4 T-nuts. Or 4 roll-ins. So let's do that. I'll sleep on the floor. Probably announce another new K2 printer. Did they really? Dear God. I have the K2. I need to put the feet on it still. Mine showed up with a sheared off foot and it took forever to get a replacement. Why have one printer when you can have 87 printers? All
I mean,
similar.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but I'm talking like a manufacturer with like,
Oh.
yeah, like how Crowley does it, where it's like, yeah, let's release this, you know, final printer, but it's really like Alpha 10.
Okay. I did not put as many screws into here as the other
Armor pieces?
Had.
Do you think that's an issue or no? It's fine.
No, I think it's fine. Okay. 3 flatheads.
Okay, so these need to go over more. Still more. That seems about right. Let's try to line up the other one. A little bit more on that one. That seems good. And then the other side. Come on, baby. Nope, still more.
Go. Getting these T-nuts lined up is kind of a challenge, but
Yeah, I feel the same way, Steve. There we go. I think I got it. Okay, let's get our nut or our screws.
the Hilton price might see if Justin will let us sleep under the tables at the venue.
Oh, because right now Rapid's going on, right?
Rapid is going on right now. Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay. Armor installed.
Nice. I'm getting there. I got 2 more screws.
Then I need to find my 45 millimeter M3s.
Is that for the tensioner?
Yeah. Don't know that did I have them? Did I have to cut down a 50 the last thing?
I don't think I have 45s. I have 40s and I have 40. Oh wait, 40. Are they? Can it be a flathead?
No. It can be
Okay.
a button head.
I have a flathead 45. I have.
I wonder if a 50 would work, or a 40 would
Yeah.
work.
I've got 40s and 50s, I think. Wait, you said M3.
M3, yeah.
Okay, I'll do some digging in a sec here then. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh yeah, 40 will work fine.
Okay.
In fact, I might have to pull a couple of teeth off the
And socket head definitely won't
belt.
work.
Socket head's fine.
Oh, okay, then I definitely have it. Yeah, I've got 45s. I think this weird kit that I bought, yeah, came with 45s, so I've got it. For some reason, I thought you said it had to be a button, but you said button heads will work.
I've got to pull a couple of teeth off the belt.
Okay, so I am routing this like this.
See PC Van Vliet's comment.
See, who's?
PC Van Vliet.
The next color screws would screw. Oh, yeah, I was trying to save a little bit, and Steve had a bunch of screws, so I was like, well, I ordered stainless, Steve, but if you got it, yeah, I don't care that much. I mean, I do, like, I'd rather it be all the same, but we already had this talk, and Steve was like, well, it's your
printer.
build.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
you
do you, boo.
You do you.
Okay, this is way too long. So, did you cut your belt basically to... I'm trying to figure out how much... I need to cut off quite a bit.
So if you run this through, I would probably... Here. Here. So I've got my belt run, right?
Yep.
And I'm kind of pulling tension. I would cut it right at the edge of this right there, because I'm going to cut about 3 teeth off of mine.
Cut
So
it
that,
at the
I think is a
edge.
decent reference at the edge of this screw opening.
Why does yours look different than mine?
It looks different.
Is that the screw you're cutting it on the edge of? Is that one of the flatheads that reinforces?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's right at the edge of that. Got it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
just as something to give you a reference on.
Yep.
So I'm cutting 3 teeth off of where I was on mine.
So approximately right. Oh, it sounded like Jackson fell.
Uh-oh.
He's yelling, Dad. He's been falling a lot lately. I think he's hit that stage. He's always been very cautious, but hitting that stage where he's a little too comfortable with certain things now. I cut mine a hair short, but I think I'm okay with it. I'm probably, I don't know, too
I think
short
you're
now.
probably fine. I think
Yeah.
you're...
Oh yeah, this isn't even sitting right, actually. Yeah, no, there we go. Nope, I didn't cut it too short at all. It wasn't sitting on the pulley correctly. It wasn't flat. So now
Oh.
that's flush. I'm good. Unless you think I still need to cut off more.
Well, I would take it right to the edge of that hole, just based on what I saw on mine.
Okay, I'm cutting off one more tooth. Okay, so tensioner piece. Is it another one of those zigzaggy guys?
Yeah,
Tensioner
yeah,
is
it should be
another
the only
zigzag.
one left.
I printed spares of quite a bit of stuff. So, okay, so this is one where it's the same kind of thing then, same ordeal as before, where this doesn't look like the right thickness.
What do you mean?
Like I'm looking at this and this
Oh
looks
no,
like
not that one.
Okay, I was gonna say
that's one. Oh yeah, you printed spares.
yeah.
That's right.
It's a similar setup though, right?
It's a much wider piece, but similar.
I got it. Heat insert or no heat insert?
No heat insert.
Okay.
It goes into the heat insert we put on the end of that other part. So
Got
that
it.
is done.
And it looks like the heat insert is favoring the right side, so okay. Let's shove this in here. Like that. Like that. Oh yeah, that went in nicely. I'm gonna push it in a little bit more. Hey Bill.
Bill, welcome. On the pulley, mine is looking like it comes right to exactly even with the chamfer on the stepper shaft.
I'm a little concerned here. It's a tighter fit than I would like for this guy.
Well, it's because the belt probably pulled on the, or spread the thing.
Got it.
But that's
I'm just
okay.
gonna
You should
shove it
in.
I did that last time and it worked. Okay, so then screws going in from the left side then. M345, like this. And then that is going into the heat set like you said. Let's get that going. And I'm sorry, you said on your pulley it goes to the edge of the motor shaft?
Goes right about to the chamfer, to even with the chamfer on the, maybe a little bit out from the chamfer would be fine.
Oh, I'm gonna use my phone light. I can't see.
I'm gonna go out from the chamfer, give it a little more.
Mine looks pretty spot. Mine's pretty much at the chamfer.
And does it seem like it lines up pretty well?
Yeah, it's decent enough. It moves a little bit. It
Mine does too.
Yeah.
Dances a little, but at each end of travel, it doesn't touch the edge, so we're good.
Yeah, it's my idler actually, funny enough, is touching a little bit. And something tells me it's again the... it's fine. It's dancing. Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Let me tighten this down though. I didn't tighten the set screws fully yet. And that will be a problem once this thing starts grooving.
Yes.
Okay, that one's tight. And that one is also tight. All right.
Okay.
So now we'll probably install the electronics for the bed.
Yeah, which is going to be interesting. Figuring out the, I don't know how many links on the chain we need. I didn't do any prep.
All the links.
I didn't reprint this. I just ground down and cut the.
Oh, I didn't even do that.
There.
I need to do that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see guest full. Want to show that, Steve?
Yeah, this is modeled, the little indexing feature there is actually, looks like it's modeled for V slot. It's wider than the T slot we're using. So I just shaved it flat.
I've got sandpaper here, so I'm just gonna rub it.
Yeah, and then that goes into the part right there.
Got it. Is this visible or no? It's not, right? Because it looks hideous.
It's not visible.
Okay.
There we go. See, it's gonna go right here like this.
Okay.
And this comes around. That's like that. And this. I hope the bend radius. Yeah, the bend radius is looking okay.
I'm gonna bust out my slightly less aggressive sandpaper to get some finishing pass.
I'm gonna try to put this on here. Ooh. Okay, so that's doing that.
Yeah, it's smooth. Okay. Are we gonna do the links before we install it?
Yeah,
I thought we were doing the links last. I thought we were gonna do the bed and then worry about the links.
What do you mean the bed and then worry about the links?
Like the electronics for the bed, like mount it and then figure out the length and all that. Or no?
Well, we need to run the wire and know how long the wire needs to be.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm making this up as we go along, just like you.
Okay. You're telling me you don't have a master plan. I feel.
Do not.
Okay.
Are you betrayed?
A little disappointed, you know. No, just kidding.
We think on our feet around here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Do you think that you can trust the CAD for the link counter now?
Is there? Yeah, probably.
Okay, so the CAD shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 to me.
9? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll kind of get this in here and see what this is. God, this doesn't actually work.
What?
The cable chain that I have here. Maybe it's a different cable chain. This cable chain won't work.
What? What do you mean it won't work? It's too big?
Work. Yeah, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit underneath the thing.
Don't say that, Steve.
Hmm?
Don't say that.
Oh, see? It can't move.
Yeah, mine doesn't fit either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a few millimeters off. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we don't cable chain
When are you
it?
doing your filament giveaway? We talked about it yet?
Yeah, I'll open it up in 20 minutes.
We need to figure something out. So
I'm thinking
yeah,
we just don't do cable chain on this. We do some sort of
that goes
umbilical.
up. Well, let's look at the CAD a little bit. See if things are lining up the way we expect.
No, it doesn't work in the CAD either.
Oh shoot, it sure doesn't.
Yeah. The CAD collides as well.
We could relatively easily fix that.
Wait, does it work in the CAD?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Because
actually it does.
It
Yeah,
doesn't go
actually
under
it does.
Yeah,
Yep.
it routes around it.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Good. Woo. It doesn't go under. There's a little piece. There's a little. Ah, shoot. Oops. This piece should have been bolted to the bed before. We can get to it. Never mind. We can get to it from the front.
Okay. Okay.
We can get to it with it
Scared
pushed all the way forward. There's a little piece here. You're right. That goes in there, and it threads in from the bottom.
All right,
Okay.
A moment of pucker.
Yes, a little bit. So nine links, not including the ends, right?
Yep, that's what I counted. But I mean, if you're looking at it, I wouldn't be upset.
I'm
with
counting
verification.
10.
1, 2, 3, 4,
1,
5, 6,
2,
7, 8,
3,
9,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10?
I'm counting 10.
Okay.
1,
One of them looks like
2,
it's like
3,
in the frame to me, so I'm not sure. Someone else is saying 10 as well.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Oh, great.
7, 9,
my
10.
Careful with it, 'cause mine's split.
The bedside or the?
The non-bedside.
It's split.
Yeah, I'm still running with it. It doesn't. It still feels pretty strong, so I'm just gonna roll with it, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
1,
Yeah, it's
2,
split.
3, 4, 5, 6, 10.
Only one side split though, so it's at least there's that. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Of course, I'd like to not have it split, but it's all right.
Something like that.
Oh, Squirrel Brain's saying 10. There's a lot of times, Zombie, where I don't read the name. I just see like the messages. So yeah, Scroll Brain says 10.
And an M3x12 to hold this piece to there.
If you open the outside of the chain link, it makes it easier to install. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Probably more flexible. Yeah. Did I print a second one of those by chance? I don't think I did. No. I feel like it won't be that bad to have to replace that in the future. It's kind of off to the side, so
Yeah.
yeah,
think
I'm not
it'll be
too
okay.
worried about it.
I'm gonna open up all the chains so it'll make it easier to run wires. I think I can get all these closed with it already installed. This probably, Squirrel Brain, the one piece really in the whole build that I had the most issue with printability was this bedside cable chain end. That was, and I'm sure you had a fun time trying to figure out something on that. This ended up printing vertically off of this tiny end surface to get the most, and then I put an extra chamfer in here, and it turned out okay. Turned out okay.
Yeah, mine turned out kind of ugly, that printed piece that you're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not winning any. I'll take the cam. Not winning any prizes as far as beauty contests go, but it's hidden, so as long as it's functional.
Hey, I'm trying use up some of my my Prusament PC blend, not this carbon fiber stuff, regular PC blend, printing rep rack brackets, and it just finished on my Core 1.
Oh, nice. GPs, is this stuff you're doing like hobby stuff or work stuff?
This is stream tomorrow. It's a good background while I'm creating drawings. Okay, so that bracket is now on. Let's see how this. Okay, that goes through the thing, and then let's see if we can get the electronics cover on with the cable chain in place. Yes, it snaps into place. Yeah.
Cool.
Now, getting the it's tight, but it works. We may have fun getting the Pi Zero back on there.
Hold on.
With all that in place. We might have to pull a couple of screws.
There we go.
But,
Okay. Do these
okay.
cable ends are. Come on. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty good. This will work. This will work. All work stuff machine. I billet aluminum from 1.2 ton down to 72 kilograms. Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to start by installing the cable chain on the bedside. And that looks like that's from the bottom. And those are socket heads, and they are... Oops.
We're going to start working on the
M312s.
Start working on the bed wiring.
You're not going to mount the cable chain first, at least the one?
I've got the cable chain mounted.
On both ends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I was mostly making sure that everything lines up and moves along the full distance.
Got it.
So. Did you end up getting a thermistor for your bed?
I did. Yep. I did. I got two in case I break one. I've never been upset at myself for ordering more than I need, but I have been upset at myself for getting the exact amount and screwing something up. So
I'm really hoping that we have, I don't know if their spacers are going to be good for this. Now looking at it, I think we get saved by the cutout in the middle of the bed carriage.
as far as for the connectors,
Well, and for the little screw-in bed thermistor,
yeah,
having enough vertical space since we're using those short Prusa
standoffs.
standoffs. Yeah, it's gonna be really tight on all of this.
It was an M5.8 for securing the other cable chain link. M5.8 button head.
M510 is what I
10.
used. 510. Okay, wire for the bed. Wire for the bed. I think we're okay with 20 gauge or bigger. But 20 or 18 is going to be fine. Let's see what I want to use for that.
Did you mount your bed yet or no? No, you're
No, not
right?
yet. I'm
No.
just kind of getting things. We're going to need to make that connector and 18 gauge something.
Man,
Hmm.
it's just crazy how like everything is. It's so tight. Like it works, but it's so tight.
Oh yeah.
It's wild.
Oh yeah. I mean, small printer challenges.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so where's my bed? Here's my
Use
bed.
this. Okay.
So mine has a fuse already, so I'm gonna cut the ends off of these guys. Where's my? There we go.
So, what are you gonna use 2-pin microfits under here, or do you have 2 pins?
I think I do. Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna check in a second. Right
I'm
now.
gonna do the same.
We're not using AC for this bed, right?
No, it's DC.
Okay. Mine has a fuse on it, which
Well, yeah,
Start.
thermal fuse is still not a terrible idea.
I'm just used to using it on AC beds.
Okay, get that out. You guys plan to print this stream? No.
No.
We have a hard 3-hour cutoff,
Yeah,
which is
close
another
enough.
hour and 10 minutes from now. And we have a lot of configuration and stuff to do.
I'm hoping my dream is that on Sunday we can get at least damn close. So we'll see.
Yeah.
That's my thought. Let me go find some wire for this. All right, cable. Let's see. Here's some grounding wire.
Hey, guys.
How much length approximately do you think we need to run the wire? I'm in the closet with my wire. Just give me a rough gauge.
Yep, I'm gonna lay it out here real quick. I'm
Okay.
just gonna set it in place as soon as I untangle this wire I'm planning on using. Okay, I think if we do that, and then loop it around there, I would say about that long.
I'm in my closet. I need a number.
You need a number.
Like in millimeters. Like you're talking 600 millimeters?
I think I have like 450.
Okay.
I think I'll be more than enough.
Okay. I went a little bit longer. I just needed some sort of a some sort of a gauge so I don't cut too short or waste a bunch of wire for no reason.
Yeah, the bed I'm using.
This is long enough.
Oh, you're using the same bed. You have the black bed too? Nice.
I do. Yeah, man.
Nice. That was like a limited edition.
Yeah, I when it showed up.
Did it come in a box with a bunch of gold foil?
No, mine was like a used one that Jason had laying around.
An extra.
Yeah, it was. He said I got one here, and I was like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
picky. If you got something that works, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. That's the same bed I have. I had it. That's kind of what started. I mean, wanting to go all dark on mine, all black fasteners, keep it all kind of dark.
Yeah, not me, but yeah. Question for you on the microfits when you're crimping. Are you doing the male end at the bed or the female end at the bed?
I am doing well, I'll probably switch them between the two. Do the thermistor one side way and the
Gotcha. So you can't mix them up.
bed the other way. I mean, they're different colors. It's kind of hard to mix them up anyway, but. Hopefully we have enough height in here for the microfits to work okay.
If not, I guess we'll be looking for different standoffs or what?
Well, yeah, a different standoff would be an easy fix.
I mean, we could probably, if we want to, use printed standoffs, right? Just with M3 heat inserts? Or no, we wouldn't even need M3 heat inserts since it goes into the bed directly.
Yeah.
It'd basically just be a cylindrical ABS part. That would totally work fine. That could even be better, couldn't it?
No, I think the aluminum standoffs is a good idea. Maybe a PC, since this isn't going to print ABS, might be okay. Might lean towards like a polycarbonate or something instead of a ABS. I'd just be afraid if you're trying to print PETG on it and raising the bed temp to high enough to cause a problem.
Gotcha. It would be a cool use case for cutting out some little round guys on the Milo.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so this is probably going to be 1.6, I think.
Okay.
Cramping with Steve. Dear God. This might be another one of those situations where I have to preload the crimp onto the wire. I think I've got just too much excess, too much wire sticking out.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Oscar. Oh no. Oh no. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. I didn't mean to do that.
You hit him?
I did.
Oh,
Did.
no.
Poor guy.
No.
It's okay, buddy. Come here. I was stripping that wire and he put his nose in there exactly as it let go.
No. He says, I trusted you, Dad.
Sorry, buddy. Poor guy, missing his jumps, and now he's getting bopped in the nose. No marks?
Where is my needle nose? Yeah, I think it's just the ground one I probably need to preload. It's a little bit wider of a wire. I'm just gonna squeeze it. Maybe?
I'm not meaning to torture my cats. It's not my fault. He's back. He's back to inspection duties. Oscar reclaim his feline skills are still missing things. I haven't witnessed him miss a jump yet. Okay.
Awkward cramp, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think hopefully that the rest will be easier, but the ground one is definitely like at the edge of probably the gauge of what is realistic for
the terminals you have.
Yeah. Nope, we're going in here. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay.
So once this is done, our physical build is complete, right?
It's a scary thought.
Is it?
Not scary. Like exciting, I guess. Exciting, scary.
Exciting?
Exciting.
Exciting?
Yeah.
I have no idea how much slack I want in here. I figure we can loop it. Loop it.
Yeah.
Is it the fuse one you were having trouble with?
Yeah, exactly. The 24-volt one, it's much easier. Okay, so that one's done. That one's done. Now I'm gonna do the thermistor. I guess I'll invert them too, so I'll do the female side for the thermistors.
Hey, Phil.
This is way too long though. Hey, Phil's in the house. Just waking up.
Anyway, I'm printing those rep racks because I found a spot that makes sense in the other garage where I can fit another 50 spools of filament.
You're
So I
not
can
out of
find-
wall space yet, dude?
I can finally get rid of these stacks, these random stacks of filament all over the place.
Yeah. When I built this shelf, I had exactly enough for all the spools that I have, and now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, 15 up here on the ground again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a losing battle always.
It is.
Okay, so let's try. Definitely gonna need to crimp it smaller for these little thermistor wires.
There we go. Okay, so bed connectors are done. Hopefully these can just loop around and just work.
I'll be crimping for a little bit. I'm definitely not as fast as you, especially with these micro fits. Also, is it giveaway? Yeah, it's time to open it up. It's right on the money. Okay, let me get the filament giveaway going real quick here. Short URL, copy. Never have enough spools. Yeah, well, when I'm trying to do multicolor prints, which isn't all that often, but lately, like, I will say that, okay, the Polymaker link form is pinned in chat, everyone. So I will say, like, showing multicolor prints to people that aren't in the 3D printing space is much more exciting.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of us, we're like, yeah. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that also are like, oh, cool, like the colors. And I do every once in a while get a multicolor print. I'm like, okay, that's freaking sick. But a lot of times, like, yeah, you know. But yeah, when I show, like, I mean, I'll use my parents as an example, like a multicolor print, like, wow, like it did that with this machine. So definitely color is something that a lot of people do get excited about. Okay, well, the bedside is at least done, so I'm gonna wait to put the plugs on, Steve, because I'm probably gonna double check I'm inserting them the right way. I feel like I remember you said crimp side goes towards the little, like, portion of the outer housing that sticks out.
Yeah,
but,
if you
but
put
still.
the locking tabs up, crimp side goes up.
Okay. Okay, so let's strip some wire. I know now that I don't need a lot of exposed wire. Where is my strippers? Oh, yeah. I don't need very much at all. It's probably plenty. Yeah, it's probably plenty. And then ground wire.
Would like to see more multi-material printing. Yeah, I mean, like, the only thing is, like, with multicolor, you can basically turn any color into, or sorry, any print into a multicolor, but multi-material, like, it's typically more for functional applications, which there's less of compared to just anything that looks nice. But I don't disagree with that. I do think that multi-material is super freaking cool. Especially combining like a rigid and a flexible, or a rigid and a semi-rigid, or something like that. It's pretty sweet.
What, Steve?
Nothing. Just figuring out wire routing.
Gotcha.
And spacers on these beds and
Spacers. Do you think we have the...
spacers might be short,
Okay.
but it might work. It just might be easier if they were longer. We're just using the Prusa spacers because I had a bunch of them and I threw some in the box.
Yep. Well, initially, I don't think we had really chatted about do what I want to do. I don't think initially we had chatted about how we were going to do the bed cables, like that we were going to crimp them or anything like that.
Yeah, not at the very beginning.
No, it was just kind of like, yeah, we'll have space to run the...
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. So I think I have the spacers over here. I think they're just the 8mm.
Okay, can I crimp this? Can I crimp this? It is definitely going to be a tight one. Oh. Did that work? Kind of. I probably should have gone with a thinner gauge wire for this.
What gauge wire are you using?
I'll tell you in a sec. Let's see.
18.
Definitely at the limit of these micro
Yeah.
fits.
Same here. Same
This
here.
is 16.
Oh, yeah.
So it's only the ground wire. The 24 volt wire is 18, so it should be a little bit easier, but it's a tight fit. It's like, it's doing it. I think it'll be fine, but it's certainly like, I couldn't go up from here, that's for sure.
How many of these spacers did I send you?
I'll tell you in
Did
a
I
second.
send you 6?
I'll tell you in a second. Okay. Okay, that one's done. So I've just got the thermistor ones left. You sent me... Also, let me change the music really quick because it is off and I am in silence. Okay, spacers. These spacers, they might still be in my drawer. Put them there. So it doesn't look like... Oh, it could be in here, I suppose. No, that's a fan. Oh, what color are they, Steve? Are they just silver or are they gold?
Silver. Yeah,
Okay.
just silver.
Silver, silver, silver. Here they are. You sent me 4.
Only 4?
Yep.
Damn. Let's say if I would have sent you 6, we could have doubled them up.
Oh. I mean, I could. Can I just use some like M3 washers or something like that?
Ooh. It's not well, no, we can't. Yeah, we could use washers. The problem is we're relying on this all being flat.
Gotcha.
The more in tram we can be, the
Sure.
less we rely on a mesh.
Sure, that makes sense.
And considering we've got such a small bed, a mesh is an interesting
Yeah.
bit.
I'm gonna, one sec, I need to grab some more wire for the thermistors. I'm done with all the bed wire and the thermistor on the bed, so I just need some thin black wire somewhere. Where would I be? There you are. This looks really thin. I almost wonder if that's too thin for the bed. I don't know why I bought this wire. It's like practically non-existent. I might just use this crazy thin stuff, man. Hope it's not too thin. It's thinner than
for the thermistor?
Yeah, it's thinner than the stuff that's on the thermistor.
How thin
already.
is that? That looks really thin.
It's really thin, yeah. I was like, I don't know why I bought it. But you know what I just realized? I'm being silly. The thermistor totally came with the connector, which means I've got more wire somewhere on my desk here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Steve, you sent me...
I sent you some wire.
Yeah, I'm just going to use that, dude. It seems like a good happy medium. Yeah, we'll use this stuff. It's good. Yeah, this is almost exactly... Oh, yes. This is like exactly the length of what's already on here, so...
Yeah, I'm not really thrilled with these. I think we need more space.
Okay.
I think we're just going to be fighting these connectors if we don't have more space.
Okay, so we printing? I think I've got a little bit left of that crazy stuff that I printed that needed the heated enclosure from Polymaker. I could use some spacers in that.
Looking around my stuff, see if I have anything you might also have there.
Slim pickings
Actually,
over
maybe.
here.
What do you have that you could use as spacers?
Let me
Yep.
crimp this, then I can focus on that.
Yep. I have a temporary solution for today.
Okay.
If you have, do you have any M4 nuts?
Lock nuts.
Doesn't matter.
I might have M4 nuts.
You have some M4 nuts. We can double those up with the spacers we have and at least just get things installed and then replace them with some
proper spacers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, one down, last one.
Well, we need something that's not threaded, Squirrel Brain, because we're threading into the Y carriage. So finding unthreaded spacers is a little more challenge.
No standoffs line.
You have a Prusa Mark III there, right?
No.
Mark IV?
Mark 4.
Oh, you don't have a Prusa at all?
Mark 4?
You just take the bed standoffs off of that.
No. I don't want to do that. Alright. Okay, let me get the plugs now for this. So we are using 2s, and we need... Oh, those are 3s. Two 2s. These are 2s. There's 1. And there is 2. Okay, and just so I don't goof this up, the male ones have to go into the smaller of the 2 connectors, right? That's the only one that makes sense to me. No?
No. The male terminal goes into the
Wider of the 2?
the bigger, yep.
That feels wrong. Okay.
It goes in the opposite side of the locking tab.
Yeah, so the like this and
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Did you do a Mark III to Mark IV upgrade?
Did I do a Mark III to Mark IV? No, I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not.
Okay, this needs to go the same way, so if we are going like that, red needs to be this way, like so. Black. Just like this. Oh my god. Yeah, that black cable is like, I'm at my limits. Okay, that seems like that worked alright. And then the other side. So you said that the female end goes in the smaller of the two, which is melting my mind. It just feels wrong, but I know it's not. Well, I don't know that it's not, but you're saying it's not. No. I'm trusting that. Okay.
Yeah, these are gonna be, this is gonna be really fiddly to put on here too. Get the bed actually on the frame.
Fiddly?
Fiddly,
Fiddly.
especially if we've got, I'm trying to double up spacers to space it off.
Okay, this is not going in like, oh, it's an ugly crimp. That's why. I see what's wrong. Hold on. It crimped like half of the, my crimp's not very wide, and so on the wider of these two, it didn't fully crimp the, there we go. It should go in a lot smoother.
Yep, that's what we did, Phil. We did opposite on the connectors.
Okay, I think I heard it click. Yep. Okay, last one. This one crimped correctly.
Oh, shoot.
This one also crimped
Yeah,
correctly.
this
Yep.
is gonna be not fun. Wonder. Is there?
All right. Those are in.
Yeah, these are all gonna fall all over the place.
Did you connect your wires to your board yet or no?
No.
Okay, cool. So we're working on, now the next thing is let's figure out the bed. And you said look around and see what I've got that I think could work. So I've definitely got M4 hex nuts. Got lots of M4 hex nuts. I've got M4 washers. I have got, do I have shims somewhere? Curious if I have like M3 precision shims, because if I do, that would be kind of sweet.
Let me see. Well, anything that's stacked up is going to be a real challenge to do.
Okay. Yeah, M5 shims. Thin 4mm pins.
I'm trying this without any spacers as we have it. Let me see how this actually works out.
Okay.
Hey, Benny. See?
You showing something?
No, I said
Oh.
Benny. I said, hey,
Oh.
Benny.
Oh, I forgot about that. For anyone that's just showed up, giveaway link is open for another 15 minutes.
Where did the other spacer go? Oh, there it is.
Did you measure just for fun the height of the spacer against the height of the widest part of the connectors?
No, but I set everything in place and saw that it was
Tight.
going to be tight. Tiger tight.
Yeah, I mean it. Oh.
So if we look at this now, yeah, if it was another just a little bit taller, it would all fit underneath one thing there.
Yeah, it's not wide enough. I'm looking at it.
However, I think if we do, here, I'm
Yeah,
using all those spacers. Got all those, just the spacers I sent you in there. And we can get the wires to poke out here and then plug in going off this way into the cable chain. And it might be okay. They'll just be hanging out right here instead of sandwiched in between the board. So I think that'll be okay.
Okay.
What do you think?
I mean, as long as I hope that I don't have too much slack on mine. That's maybe my concern. Where's your thermistor cable? Is it right there as well?
Right there. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So you basically got them. Yeah, I see what you use.
Thermistor cable and bed cable, and then we have zip tie mounts here. So if we just do something like
Maker, you're talking about like the brass,
something like
brass
that.
M3 ones. Yeah, we can. I mean, it seems like that would be fine as long as it's not. I mean, yours doesn't have slack. I can see it. Like if you plugged it in right there, it would be a pretty tight fit. I'm curious lengthwise on mine if mine has more slack or less slack than yours, since I did. I don't know if you just cut yours at the right where the ferrules were, or if you thought about it a little bit, but I just kind of cut.
I maximized the amount of space that I had.
Okay.
Wire that I had.
Cool. And that's
So I might
basically what
have a
did too.
little longer
Yeah.
potentially.
It probably is pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for at least giving it a shot. That's what we've got.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the zip ties through where they need to go.
Do you know offhand what M3s I need for the bed?
M316s is what I used.
Okay. And you use Loctite? Or not yet?
Did not yet. Can always pull them out and redo it. They get hot though, so Loctite might.
Not do
I
much?
don't know if it's hot enough to weaken Loctite or not, but boy, getting zip ties in there is going to be next to impossible. I still have. Oh, I can't even. Yeah, getting zip ties down in there is going to be not very easy. Here, you can take full screen back.
Well, let me see the bottom of your bed one more time, Steve. Like if you tilt it, I just want to see one more time the routing path you did. So they are.
Shoot.
Okay, so the wires are coming out.
Out the front side.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't.
Way too much wire here. This is getting a little ridiculous.
I don't.
Huh?
Nothing, just. I don't know if I have enough distance from my thermistor. My thermistor sticks out pretty damn far. Does your thermistor look like? Check out my thermistor connector that's coming off the bed. Mine has like a goop on it. It sticks out. Oops, there we go. It sticks out pretty damn far because
Yours
of that.
is different. That's not going to
Yeah.
work.
No, it sticks
That's not
out
gonna
really
work.
far.
That's not going to work. I don't think we'd have to. Does that bend over at all? Can you bend that over?
Yeah, I can.
And then how close is it? That still might not be enough. The LDO one bends over quite a bit shorter than that. We may have to do longer spacers for you.
I mean, it does go. There's like. So let me see.
Yeah.
Let
See
me
if
just
it'll
take a quick
see if
look.
it'll settle down in there.
So
I'm also just gonna take some quick measurements here. So these. Oops, I hit pause. Sorry, man. There we go. So these standoffs are 6 millimeters, and then if I get this little end piece here and I go like that, we've got approximately another 4 millimeters. So we're at 10 millimeters. And if I go like this at 10 millimeters, fudge, that's gonna be really. I think it can do it. It's just gonna be like at the limits of my thermistor's bend radius. It
Okay.
seems like it's like right. It's like right there at what it could maybe accomplish. So I'll give it a go. Yeah, I'll give it a go. So let me see. I'm not gonna worry about Loctite right now for this.
No, not at all.
I'm just gonna see if I can make this even work.
I'm seeing if I can even get zip ties in here. No, I can get the zip tie in.
Okay.
That's good.
Wow. Very, very, very tight.
What's the name of the game?
Yeah, I think right there is going to be okay. So let's go ahead and...
Well, it seems like it tightened down, so we'll see if my thermistor works. You know, we'll see if it has any issues reading, I guess, but it seems like it did tighten down.
Okay. Of course, I can't get snippers in there to cut this.
Just gotta use laser beams. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like, oh no, there's. Oh, dude, I don't think I've got. I think that I need to. I at the very least need to route my. Gotta undo the bed and route my cables differently. The the power cables are routed like
The other
I
way?
don't have I don't, not the other way, but like forward. And so they don't have enough distance to hook around. My thermistor is like perfect. I have it right here where it needs to be, but power cable is, unless I can move it with it being right here. Oh, no. Oh, I see what's happening. It's routed around my thermistor. So like the thermistor trapped it basically.
Oh,
yeah, that's what happened. So let me undo these again.
I'm going to pull the end of the cable chain off so I can do these zip ties properly.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, that's much better.
This needs to come all the way down.
Much better.
There we go. And we're back.
Okay. Those are on. Close up the chain.
Does this look right? Just for some reason the angle you showed yours.
Yeah, that's
feels a little
correct.
bit- okay, cool. All right. It feels different, but it might just be the angle. But it looks like I got about the same length as what you had, so hopefully it'll work out. Tighten this back down.
Go. Where'd my other screw go? Oh, there it is. Okay, that's there. Put these back in.
How in the hell did you get? How did you? There's like no space to access any of that.
Huh?
Where
So
are
I
even the zip tie slots?
undo the. So unplug your cables now.
Yeah, they're
Now that you
unplugged.
have a general idea that it's all going to go together,
Uh-huh.
and then pull that little bracket off of the bed. The two and 3 screws. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, pull that off, and then you can get it out to the side, put in your zip ties, and you'll be able to slide the wires under the zip ties to the length they need to be. Basically the same thing on the other side is we'll be able to pull the pull it off the frame mount so you can get the cables, the zip ties in there properly.
Okay. All right, I'd say 3 more minutes on the giveaway. If you haven't entered in and you do want to enter in, now is the time. Interesting. This did not. What is going on? Nothing. Just the cable. There we go. My cable chain wasn't seated fully on the printed like nub. It was. I got it though. Let's get some ties.
Pull those out.
Did you run your? So you did run your wires then?
Run my wires.
Yeah, like the ones that are going to the main board.
Yes, they're run through. I'm zip tying the other end. And then I'm going to kind of guesstimate the distance there so that there's some, so it's running in a good path along the cable chain. One more tie.
One more time. Tiny thumbs, help me out here. So I've got the zip ties in. They're just incredibly loose right now, but let me feed the wires through here.
There. Okay, zip tied at both ends. That bolts back into place. Frame. There we go.
So you have your plugs, both of your plugs are outside though, right? Like you don't have the plugs, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but they're kind of tucked. They seem to tuck pretty well there. Here, I'll get a, if you want to see.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That looks good. Your wires look shorter than mine. We'll see. Like the ones coming off your bed seem a little shorter than mine, which is probably good.
The zip ties right here should help just kind of keep these from dropping or falling.
Okay.
So I think that's okay right there. How can you check if the bed is parallel to the x-axis? We will see it in the mesh. When we do a mesh, we'll see it.
Gotta check out the mesh, man.
And then back over here, this is all ready for me to.
Okay, I'm gonna start clipping these clips, and then I have to do the other side as well, but let me just get the wires kind of cleaned up so not everywhere. I knew that the bed was going to take a bit, but it was a little more involved than I was expecting. Is it moving okay? Do you feel okay about your motion?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Now I need to. You can take main back when you're ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna run both of these around the back side of the board, so figure out what lengths I want for that.
And then where do these cables come out from? They go in the same little section as
Same
the
hole.
thing?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, there's no way. So I'm just gonna pull. Yeah, I'm gonna pull off both ends of this guy. The cable chain on the other end as well, because there's no way I'm getting my fingers in for those ties. So it's probably easiest to remove you. Then let's not lose this.
Yeah, and then remember we're plugging into the hot end thermistor port because it's easier to access.
Okay.
Oh. There we go.
Yeah, let me grab more zip ties.
Where is Oscar?
Okay, one more minute, and I'm gonna
Oscar.
remove the giveaway link, everybody. So.
Where are you, Oscar? He's found somewhere to lay down. Just open the door for them. There. Let them get access to their litter box if they need it. Where is Oscar? Oh well. Door's
Rattle
open.
the Delmar says rattle the treats.
Okay.
They're like, you called?
Treats.
Here, I'll give you cam for a sec,
Felix
Steve.
will get some. Oh shoot.
Here, show the kitty cats. Kitty cats.
There we go. You want some, Felix? Oh, there he is.
Okay, I'm removing the form, so if you're actively filling out the Polymaker form, you got another minute here, and then we'll do the drawing.
There you go.
Steve offended him with the boop.
It did work. He was tucked in another spot underneath the workbench there. I don't know where he thought he was comfortable, but he found somewhere.
Okay, that's probably tight. Did you do the zip tie as well that's on like the side of the part?
No.
No? Okay, so just the two? Like two on each end?
Oh no, I did the one on the side. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 on the one end.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do the same then.
Last one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be here. Here.
It's a tight one.
So this is a full on, yeah. Just an XH for the thermistor.
Where? There you are.
How much time do we have? We have another 24 minutes. So we should finish mechanical assembly today.
Yep. I think so.
So then on Sunday, we'll dive into firmware stuff.
Yep. Firmware stuff. Okay. All right, I'm attaching the other side back on. All right, let's do the giveaway. Let me pull everyone's name really quick. 149 people, nice. If you have not smacked the like button, smack the like button. we're at 84. I know we can get to 110 in just a minute here. All right, let me download these. Download responses. We're at 94. We're at 94. We can do it. Steve, did you like the stream?
The stream?
Yeah.
Today's stream?
Today's stream.
Of course.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I like the stream?
I don't know. Just making sure.
Did you like the stream?
No, I don't like. No, I like your streams when we stream together, but not my streams.
Not yours.
All right,
Why?
we hit triple digits. We hit 9 more people. 9 more people. We can do it, I believe. 8 more people.
I was the 4th like.
Were you?
so
Okay.
I was. I think was it Demlar that was 3rd?
Why is it not uploading my form? That's bizarre. Upload. Replace.
Zodi, I am twisting the wire simply for wire management purposes.
There we go. 149 people.
Simply for wire management purposes.
Oh,
It's easier-
2. We need 2 more people. I believe is stream for some reason it's buffering on my end a little bit. It says excellent connection, so I don't know. One more person. I'm holding the giveaway hostage just for one more.
You should.
I believe, man. We
should.
can hit it. Come on, one more. We just bumped up like 25. There we go. We did it. All right. Thank you, everybody. We air horn, cheers, squirrels, Hadouken, and I wonder what's there. All the sound effects. All right. Awesome. And then we had, I think, 149. And yeah, I got everybody's name here. Perfect. Wheel of names.
Boy,
More
this is
people
gonna
than
be
last week.
a challenge to get everything fully buttoned up under here.
More than like we're almost done though. What do you mean?
No, I know, but getting all the pie in there and everything else.
Gotcha. Okay, we are ready to rock and roll. So if anyone has not been here for a Polymaker giveaway, it is a global giveaway, and the winner receives an email from me within 24 hours. You'll get one this evening when I'm at my computer, and that will contain a form and a unique code that you'll need to fill out, and then Polymaker will provide the gift card. So thank you to Polymaker for allowing us to do these giveaways. Thank you for everyone entering into the giveaways. And if anyone does want to support the channel and needs to pick up Polymaker filament, there is a link in the description. And it doesn't cost any extra, but it does support the channel, and it is always appreciated. So on that note, Steve, what is our range today?
1 to 7.
Okay.
1 to 7.
1
We
to
are
7.
going. That is the estimated number of streams in this series.
1 to 7, everyone. I got a 5. We got a 4. We got a 4. We got a 5. 4 and 5 are tied. 6. Oh, 6. A lot of 6s now. 3 for 3. 3 for 3 days till 3 years. Ooh. That's a good one, too. A lot of 7s.
3 days till 3 years.
That's crazy.
3
All right,
years of
I've seen a
streaming.
lot of 6s, 7s, and 3s, so we are going to do 16 shuffles. That's our. I'm adding them all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, good luck, everybody. In 3, 2, and 1. Bill Brothers. That is
Bill Brothers, congratulations.
That is a familiar face. Congratulations to you, man.
I gotta go back to full screen so I can, let's see, host front cam. Congratulations, Bill. I will send you an email this evening, and yeah, that'll have your code. So congratulations to Bill. Thank you everybody for entering, and we will do another giveaway on Steve's channel on Sunday in a slightly different format. So, all right.
I mean, when you win on my channel, you get an email in like 3 minutes.
That's true. There is no denying Steve's efficiency. There is no denying. So, all right. I'm going to now just button up the other end with the couple of screws that came out for the other. Oops. Let's see here. Steve, I can certainly use more filament. Always could use more filament.
I'm a bit ahead. I'll be able to give you tips on an easier way to do this. I've got thermistor and bed plugged into the board.
Nice.
Now I'm getting set to try to plug in the Pi.
Okay.
So I think the first step here is to plug in the USB. Tuck it into place. There we go.
Wish I had more light over here. It's really tough to see. I might need to invest in a light that's mounted on, I don't know, the ceiling or somewhere just behind me, because this angle is always a little tricky. I'm gonna plug these cables into really quickly here. So you are my power. So maybe.
Oh shoot.
There we go. And for Mr. Oops.
Now, part of getting mainsail OS loaded last night, I also took the opportunity to check to see if Catapult was already on the Micro 4, and it is. So we will not, should not, hopefully.
Fingers crossed, man. I'll shed a
need
tear
to access the should not need to access the Micro 4. Should be able to do. See you, Just Print. Okay.
Catch the next one. Hey, if you're there on Sunday, hopefully Sunday we'll be doing some things and stuff.
Doing some things and stuff. That's the idea.
That's the goal.
The goal is to do things and stuff.
Bet you my neighbors are in their backyard enjoying the lovely day. My dogs are like, go back inside. Our house is elevated, like we're up, so our fence line is like, the fence line between our house and the backyard neighbor like hits where our grade is, and then there's a big drop off like to that fence line. So you can see the entire neighbor's backyard from ours, so the dogs always freak out. It gets a little better during summertime because there's trees, so the trees kind of fill up between our houses, but I felt bad the other day. The dogs were barking. I thought they were just barking for no reason. I look, and the neighbors are looking at our house, and I'm like, oh no, they're just having like a little family get together out back, and our dogs are being jerks. Yeah, mine is a little more slack, Steve, my cable's up here, but I think it's still not an issue.
Yours has a little more
slack, slack.
As long as they're not hanging down enough to catch on anything. They'd have to hang down pretty far to catch on anything, but
my thermistor cable does catch. It does catch. So what I might do is throw a zip tie, because my heater wires are much shorter. So yeah, I think I'm gonna throw a zip tie here, dude. And I'm gonna zip tie my, I'll show this. You can't really see that very well, but I think what I'm gonna do is a zip tie my thermistor and my heater wires together. Right here, around the bed, because the thermistor has more sag, and I think that just one will help keep that plug from dipping down. Yeah, it's worth a shot before I get more creative than that.
Let's see if I feed a zip tie through here.
Oh, catching on.
At least that's the goal. Let's see if it works.
Ah. Ah.
Uh-huh.
I am buttoning up the electronics bay.
Oh, that seems like it did the trick. That seems like it did the trick. I got clearance. I got clearance. Yay. Okay, so as long as now if my power cable ends up falling down, that will be sucky. I don't think it's going to. It feels like that requires quite a bit of force, so I'm gonna hope for the best and see if my cables get ripped out.
Why is that not going in there?
You know what? I wonder. No, there's no other connection spots.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cutting the zip tie, and then I will be working on routing those wires in the box like you've been doing. Oh my god, I can't even. It's so tight. Trying to like get the zip tie. There we go.
How hard is your 2 p.m. cutoff?
It's hard.
Like exactly 2?
Yeah, I've got like 12 minutes.
Okay. Gotta have time
If
for
I
the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I will. As far as these bed wires go, I'll probably end up finalizing
off.
the routing off stream. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not too worried. Okay, so holy crap, I don't have a lot of access to anything in here now. Okay, so bed ground is okay. So bed ones are just going where bed screw down terminals are going, and then the thermistor you said is going to the heater.
Yeah.
Thermistor.
It's the
Okay.
one that's accessible there. It's right
Okay.
behind the terminal block. It's the one you can see.
Okay, and did you just route these using like a screwdriver?
Yeah, I just kind of tucked them from your view there to the left, behind the USB cable, just looped them around.
Okay.
Keeping everything on the right as clean as possible. It just seems to be easier to work on and plus
we
that's
need to.
extra wire.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is together. The thing that we will have, the very first thing we'll do on Sunday, we'll finish putting the armor plating on it.
Yeah.
And then we'll power them up.
That's super exciting. It's very, very exciting. I'd like to thank Steve. I'd like to thank Squirrel Brain. Okay. So let's cut this. Maybe I've given myself quite a bit of slack in here with these cables, but I don't see any reason not to really.
Looks like the tweak we did in Skype or in OBS. At least we haven't had any screen
Weird
sizing
blips.
issues. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, last week was wild. Even Aaron was like, yeah, like, he's had kind of some technical issues this week. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the hell.
A little bit.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I have been talking about this build for at least 2 years. PC Van Vliet. At least, if not more. Squirrel Brain, when did you tell me about this build? Was it 3 years ago? It could have been. It could have been 3 years ago. This is a very long time coming.
Yeah, because you've been talking to me about it for 2 years.
Mhm.
So, I'm sure it's been a long time.
Could be at least, yeah. Yeah, this is good.
Cutting my terminals a little bit shorter, or not terminals, but the ferrules.
Another
just-
check on the beard.
Okay. so I've got my bed wires there. Let me see what terminal. So it is terminal. The farthest one's to the right, next to these. So, oh, the only ones really left, I suppose. Did you use tweezers to get your ferrules in, or like a?
Yeah.
Okay.
It helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same then. Make sure I got these all the way open. Okay, tweezers engaged. Alright. Probably need to grab it from the head. I actually don't know if these are the best tweezers. Needle tweezers might not be the best. Oh, I've got so many pairs of really crappy tweezers that have come with builds. There we go. These are some iFixit ones I bought a while back. A little better. Come on. I use pretty wide cables, so they're putting up a fight with these tweezers, man. When I try to bend them, they're like, nah, man, I'm not me. All right, I might just try to use my finger for at least getting it into position, and then use the tweezers just to kind of bump it in. There we go. There we go. Okay, that is in. And hold it in place with the tweezers. I'm so excited to see this thing move, dude.
I know.
I am so excited. And we got our sensorless homing jumpers on. We got our CAN bus jumpers on.
We'll have to remember next stream to check all the stuff on the tool head board.
Yeah.
Because I know we don't have the MOSFET, fan MOSFET's not in place.
On the toolhead board?
Yeah. But we
Okay.
got all our jumpers on the backside correct. We just need to see if there might be a end of 22 when we started talking on Discord. So yeah.
It's crazy. Get some
Over
of the
2
ceramic
years.
tipped ones, close it to make it much easier. I feel like I had some at some point of the ceramic tip ones. They make it normally closed. Oh, normally closed too. Yeah, I've got, well, these ones are normally closed, but they're not ceramic. But I thought I had a pair of ceramic ones somewhere. Let me try these ones actually, just to see if it does a better job at holding it than I will.
Just cram it in there and do it off stream. Let's do our. We got 6
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's just do our photo. That's fine. I'll get this wrapped up, basically. The thermistor, that, and then I'll probably end up closing the shell up. Okay. All right. Split. There we are. Okay. Hold on, let me put my bed flex plate on. We'll cover. So cute. So cute. Yeah, off to the side like this, turn it like that, and wait, my face needs to go like this, and more like this.
There we go.
Yeah, looking at the camera too, so that, I think that's good, man. I think that looks great. Yeah, that'll be good.
We'll find something
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
There's a
for
frame
sure.
there that'll work.
Yeah, they look sick, man. I mean,
Yeah.
they look so good. I can't wait. So yeah, I'll get Steve before Sunday. I'll get the thermistor. That's all I have left, right? Is to get the thermistors plugged in, and then get this last bed cable, and then mount the Pi back on, and then close it up, and that should be it. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I'll make sure I do that, and gotta be ready to rock and roll as far as this goes. I'm excited. I'm nervous. For some reason.
We are so close.
Yeah, I know. You can taste it. I can taste.
I'm a little nervous about the Eddie NG stuff.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, all of our ability to use this relies on us being able to get that to work. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well,
But-
yeah. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. We'll see. I have no experience with it. You're gonna be the
the guiding light, but I'll have documentation open as well to just see if there's anything that I can figure out while you're noodling on it as well. Oh, we also need to install the, which I guess will be part of the armor, but like the Bowden fitting.
Oh yeah.
You know,
spool holder and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, that'll add a little color to my build, because that's pretty much the only other,
Hey projects. Looks like it's a tidy printer. Thanks, Steve. Bye, Daniel. Bye, Steve. Bye, everyone. Have a good week, and we'll see you on Sunday. It's like a before and after ad of Just for Men gel. If they can, if any duo can work it out, yeah, I got it. We got this.
We got this.
If nothing else, I'm here for. I'll throw some jokes out that way. Make Steve laugh if he's scratching his head on some stuff. I'll figure it out, man. So cool. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you for Steve for joining us for part 6. If I had said to you a couple weeks before this started, it's gonna take us 7 builds, you would have said, no way, man. There's no way. Because I remember you saying we'll have it done in a couple weeks. Like, and I get like, if it was just you solo doloing this, I feel like you'd be further ahead. I know you've had to wait a few times.
5 or 6 hour streams. Right?
Sure. Yeah, you would have knocked it out. But
that's right. Don't forget, Phil streams in 5 hours. Down under maker.
So cool. Yeah. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you for our new members, our gifted memberships, as well as to Polymaker for allowing us to give away our filament. Congratulations again to Bill. You will get an email from me this evening. And I think that's what I've got. Yeah.
Awesome.
See you.
Go have fun
Steve.
swim lessons,
dude. I just I'm swimming next week, but the first stream we're streaming. The first swimming lesson, I was sitting there and like just watching Aaron and Jack and like felt like an idiot. I had a big smile the whole time on my face because Jack was just like, he was just digging it, and he was like kicking his little feet, and I'm like, oh, he's doing it, because he's very independent. And so to see him like actually taking some instruction from Aaron and from the instructor was like really cool to see. So anyways, awesome. All right, I will catch you all later. Bye everyone.
Bye everyone.